Welcome back to the ArtStars Podcast. This is Nadja. I'm your host, and I'm very, very lucky and happy to have my favorite Aries in the house today.
Thank
Julia
you.
Haart, star of My Unorthodox Life, Netflix star, author of Brazen,
Correct. Thank
founder of Plus Body, which I'm wearing right now and is super comfortable, and I'm not lying.
And we're calling it Body by Julia now.
Okay, Body by Julia. Body by Julia.
Silvio stole my IP address, so I had to change my IP address.
Body
That
by
shouldn't be
Julia.
shocking and surprising to anyone in any way. So now it's Body by Julia.
Body by Julia, and
There we go.
all around fashion CEO and female leader who I admire very much. So thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So what's going on in your life right now? I hear that you're maybe moving to Miami.
I'm moving to Miami. Yes, I put my house up for sale, and I am moving to Miami. So first of all, like, my daughter is there, and I had promised my other kids that I would move once my divorce was over.
Yes.
So I'm keeping my word. I'm selling my house. I'm starting from scratch in a new place, in a new home, in a new city. And for now, I'll do the Miami Hamptons thing.
Okay.
I'm looking for a place in the Hamptons as well.
Okay.
And then maybe I'll come back in a few years and do Miami, New York, and Hamptons. But for now, it's Miami and the Hamptons.
I mean, living in New York is very intense. I mean, a lot of people feel like, you know, like there's moments where I just hit a brick wall and I'm like, I have to leave.
Well, you know what? I have this really annoying thing, and it sounds so dumb. I have something called 𝐃𝐢𝐬𝐬𝐿. It's a post-COVID thing. I'm actually allergic to the cold.
No.
Like physically, like people are to peanuts. And like the veins in my leg bleed. It's very weird.
Okay.
So being cold is really not fun. And so between that and my kids wanting to move and me always believing that our family should stick together, and that I feel like I just want to start fresh without a single memory of he who shall not be named. So it just seems like the right thing to do.
Okay. So
Say goodbye to the past and hello to the future.
what's your favorite neighborhood in Miami?
Actually, I may have found a place, but let's see. Yeah, exactly.
And your house is in your Tribeca
Apartment,
is
$65 million apartment. I think it's one of the largest downtown. It's also, as far as I know, the only one or one of the only ones to have outdoor space on all 3 floors. And I mean, I decorated it, so it's like epically fabulous.
It's
Well,
beautiful.
Yeah, it really is an exceptional home.
Yeah.
But it's time to give that blessing to someone else.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah,
So your career all started with being a shoe designer,
correct.
right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, can you believe how far you've come?
Yes. The 20-hour days that I did kind of remind me, you know? But no, to your point, jokingly,
Yeah.
I am very grateful to how far I've come and how I've managed to persevere against almost 4 years of the most outrageous, egregious criminal behavior that only now has come out. You know, I had to stand strong when the world didn't believe me. Now it's easy that I keep winning, but go back almost 4 years ago, I kept losing, and it was pretty awful. And I had to stick through it because I knew I was telling the truth. I knew I'd never done anything wrong. I knew I had built that company, and I just was waiting for the world to catch up with the information.
Wow.
And it worked. You know, as Winston Churchill says, a lie can go halfway around the world before truth has time to put its pants on. Truth finally put its pants on. I'm very happy with truth's pants.
Right? I mean, the truth always comes out.
You
Right?
just have to survive until then, and you have to really believe in it.
I
You
don't,
know,
I don't know how you have the patience.
I don't know how I had the fortitude, to be honest. It's not the patience. He attacked me in every imaginable way. I mean, it was, I think I got accused of everything women have ever been accused of other than witchcraft. Like, literally all of them. Shopping too much, stealing, there's more. Con artistry, seductress, that was a fun one. I didn't even know that was a thing anymore. Yeah, pretty much everything but witchcraft. And then slowly, everyone's like, hey, it's been 3 years and there hasn't been a single piece of paper of evidence. And then, of course, the first arrest warrant came against him. And now we're waiting for a second arrest warrant against him. So, the truth comes out.
And what makes your story interesting is that we've watched your journey on Netflix.
Yeah.
This isn't just something you read in the tabloids. This is like you had cameras in your house when, in very challenging times, when art was being stolen from your home.
Yep. When every day I would wake up to hear that I'd done something else terrible from the press, and I was like, wait, what? It just didn't feel real because, how easy was it for a couple of men in a big accounting firm, DDK, to literally change history like that? And it took me the last 3 years and 10 months to get the truth out. And now I'm going to have some fun.
Right.
Justice feels really good.
Is your divorce over?
Coming. It is not over. However, I had my last appearance in court, so now we're just waiting for the final judgment.
So for women who are going through divorces, what's your advice to them?
Make sure that you surround yourself with a very strong group of friends. You are going to need support. You cannot do it alone. And this is from a woman who's used to doing things alone. You have kids, hold them close. If they're giving you love and support, accept it, be grateful for it. And I know what I did to get through. I did Dr. Joe Dispenza. I went through his whole courses and the meditation and the self-modulation and learning how, you can control your thoughts and your emotions. You can change the way you react to things. And all of that really helped me get through.
He was a part of The Secret.
Is he?
Yeah, he was one of the original. I think he's in the book.
Well, what he does is science and mathematics. It's with UCSD and Harvard, and it's just science now. Quantum physics is no longer, and the whole meditation mind-body is no longer pseudoscience because now it's trackable, it's quantifiable, it's provable, and for me personally, I really do think it saved my life. It kept me going.
Okay.
Because every time he did something crazy, and I thought, how am I going to get this company away from this man? How am I going to ever win against this entire cabal of criminals? I would just go deep in my meditation, remind myself that the world can change at the flip of a moment as long as I can change myself. And I basically Humpty Dumpty'd myself. I broke myself into pieces and put myself back together.
Right. Talk about other bodies. Okay, so you're wearing some of this.
Yes,
too.
I am.
This
I wish I could sell it to you. So okay, take a look at that.
It's so pretty, and it's really comfortable. I'm not lying. I'm not just saying that. It goes right up underneath the armpit, hides all of the love handles. This would be great with a dress.
So mine is an actual full-length bodysuit.
Wow.
And what's great about this, obviously, it's fabulous and the color is beautiful.
Yeah.
However, you can't see, but the bra is built inside. I am 54 years old. I'm a double D. These babies have a mind of their own. They tend to travel if you don't keep them locked down. But keeping them locked down generally means a very strong bra with underwire and that hook and the clasp. And the first thing you do when you get home is unhook it because it's so uncomfortable. These don't move. Why? Because we utilize the stretch, because not only is it a bodysuit, it's also shapewear. And it's your bra built inside. So we utilize the structure of the garment to hold the cups in place. So no underwire, no strap in the back, and nothing will move. It is literally the most comfortable piece of clothing you'll ever wear. I've never, take a look at all the interviews I gave about anything else I've made. I've never said those words. It's so crazy. And it's sold by cup size in addition to dress size. So this you could buy in an extra small double D or in a large F.
An XL with a B.
An XL with a B.
C.
Whatever your body shape is, we go all the way up to XXXL and an F cup. So we're really trying to incorporate as many women as humanly possible because I think every woman has the right to feel fabulous, to look fabulous, to feel comfortable in her clothing. How can you be confident if you're uncomfortable? I never understood that.
Right.
So, okay, I'm putting my sweater back on because I'm cold.
Yeah, for sure. And it's interesting because you've worked in fashion for so long, so you know that, you know, fit models are usually really, really thin. But I've noticed with all of the photography for your brand, it is very inclusive.
Well, I want it to be real people. I'm not selling it just to models. I'm selling it to human beings who get up in the morning and have a bunch of kids they have to get to school or have to rush to their job, who have this amount of time to prepare themselves and get ready. And I know, if I tell you how many women will say to me, oh my gosh, that meeting was so difficult because my shoes were killing me. Like, things like that drive me crazy. Your clothes shouldn't hurt you. They should enhance you, not inhibit you. And that's what Body by Julia does.
Okay. I remember the first collection, it was like a paisley pattern and
Yep.
various colors, red, like a turquoise, a black. And now you're just doing solids.
Well, we're doing both. Not
Okay.
only are we doing both solids
Okay.
and patterns,
Okay.
we're doing lace.
Beautiful.
I mean, you cannot imagine. It is lace can be itchy and hard and kind of crunchy. This lace is butter soft. And again, it's with your bra, everything built into one. And then the eventual plan somewhere, if I'm lucky, you know, around holiday of next year, we will launch our bridal collection.
What?
Bridal gowns with your bra and your shapewear built in, zip out.
Nobody's done that before.
I know. So fun.
That's brilliant. So,
Oh, sorry. And then for summer of next year, we are launching our first ever swim line.
wow.
So it's swimwear shapewear. It looks like a bikini. It feels like a bikini, except it's actually shapewear. It's crazy. It's so cool. Like, you would never know. In a million years, you'd never know. It feels like a bathing suit. It looks like a bathing suit, except it's going to be your bra size. It's going to hold everything in place. And we make these cute little booty shorts, so it like sucks you up, but you don't look like you're doing that. You kind of look like Halle Berry in the James Bond movie, you know, like super sexy,
Snatched.
snatched, but comfortable with not a million layers, and no one will ever know. And that's, I mean,
And
that's a trifecta.
you can go into the water with it.
Oh yeah, no, it's an actual bathing suit.
So this is very on brand with your Miami move.
Yes, it is. That's a good point.
I love
Never
that.
thought about that.
So you're going to have to do your shoot in Miami for that collection.
Oh yeah,
Absolute-
that's a great
right,
idea.
Yes.
Great idea, Nadja. I love
Right?
it. Yeah.
Yes. And then in February, you're going to be launching, you know, your new collection.
This collection, the one that I'm wearing now, it's not in the website yet. In fact, there is nothing on the website currently. It's all sold out. I'm so sorry, but we are getting product in. It will be here in time for Fashion Week, and then everyone can wear all these fabulous things that I'm showing off.
The restock is coming. Wait for it.
Sorry, guys. It's a good problem to have.
Yeah, no, that's amazing.
It's a good problem to have.
So you have been an executive in the fashion industry for a long time. What can you say about how the industry is changing?
I think for the first time it's becoming about women and not just for women. For so long, when I first came into the industry, I had an editor told me that comfort is a dirty word in fashion and that women should suffer for beauty. And I was like, what? Women should? Says who? Why? No, I do not accept that. You know, when I was talking about comfort, it was really like taboo. It's not taboo anymore. Women have said loud and clear, and the brands have heard them, we want both. We want comfort and beauty. We want utilitarianism and luxury. We should get both.
And I find that so interesting because Louboutin heels and a lot of like high-end luxury brands, it's just not comfortable.
Yeah, but I don't know what their sales are, but I see a lot more people wearing Gucci shoes, which are incredibly comfortable, and Prada shoes, which are super comfortable. You know, like it used to be people bought from shoe brands. Now people are buying a lot from other brands, like luxury full store brands. And I mean, to me, I will not wear a shoe that's uncomfortable. I won't do it. I will not force my body to suffer.
What are you wearing right now?
Gucci.
Oh, wow, and they're comfy.
Yeah, well, think about it. It's not even an inch arch.
Oh,
Look,
right. Yeah,
it's incredibly comfortable.
right. How tall are you without the shoes?
I am 5 feet and half an inch tall. I'm very proud of this half an inch. I'm not giving up on it. My doctor told me, Julia, you know, you're like, what's it called? There's a possibility that I could get osteoporosis later in life. So she's like, if you're smart, you'll either start taking pills now or doing Pilates. I was like, Pilates, no pills, thank you very much. So yeah, I have to start doing Pilates.
Wow.
Yeah, because I cannot lose that half an inch.
No.
Like, I hate exercise. I love to dance. That's my main form of exercise.
Okay.
And, you know, biking and hopefully Pilates. But that was the one thing anyone could say to get me to do Pilates is, otherwise you're shrinking. And I'm like, I am not shrinking.
No way.
No way.
Well, it's better than getting bigger.
Why did I just grow taller somehow?
Right. So do you have a lot of people in fashion come up and ask you for advice?
Yes, I do get a lot of questions, people coming to me for advice, predominantly on starting new companies, especially female founders who don't get much support elsewhere. And I always give them the same advice. The way you build a company is the way I answer the question when people ask me how I walk in my high heels. Right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot. You just have to start.
Mm-hmm.
You have to start. You have to know you're going to make mistakes. You have to believe in yourself with such unwavering, unshakable faith that no setback and no person telling you you can't will stand in your way. That's the only way it works. If you can do that, you win.
Wow. How did you develop that faith in yourself? Because I find that self-doubt is a huge obstacle, and that's like internal. It's not even external.
Yeah. Well, that's a lot of the work Dr. Joe does, is it teaches you to really go deep inside yourself and get rid of all of those voices. I mean, think about it. We have a literal running conversation with ourselves all day long. We're having two conversations, right? Generally, people have two conversations at the same time. They're conversing here, and then they're thinking, oh my God, what am I gonna do for dinner? Or what should I answer the question she's gonna ask me next, right? We're having two conversations at all the time. What if you could change that conversation? What if instead of your mind telling you you're not enough, or you're an imposter, or you're not good enough, or people are smarter than you, what if your brain was your biggest cheerleader and said, I know you can do that. You've got this. If you can imagine it, you can achieve it.
Mm-hmm.
What if our brain gave us those messages? And that's really what, self-control is about. Choosing the messages you send yourself. Stopping negative, messages that you've been trained to internalize. Wait your turn, be polite, don't make too much noise, you're a woman, you have to behave as... All of that noise that kind of permeates inside you without you even realizing. The only way to get rid of it is to first acknowledge it and then change it.
Absolutely. Wow. That's profound. Was it hard for you to open up your life and your home for the Netflix show?
It was one of the most difficult things I've ever done.
Really?
Yeah. And every once in a while, I check back in with myself and I'm like, do I regret it? Do I regret it? And then I know the answer. The answer is I can't regret it because we've received, I think now it's over 700,000 messages from women all across the world, sharing their story, telling me how they left abusive houses, how they left abusive situations, how they started companies, how they got a divorce, how, so many women, and I think surprisingly, because I didn't expect men as well, but I was actually at a meditation retreat 2 weeks ago, and a man came over to me and gave me this giant hug, like literally out of the blue, and he's like, I just want you to know that you changed my life. Thank you so much. After I saw your show, I started my business, and it's doing so, that's why I did it. I did it because I thought my story could help people write their stories, and it's working. So yeah, there is a lot of difficulty in it, but it's worth it because the reason I did it is working.
And it's all about that.
That's what the whole show is
message.
about. There's no snarkiness, there's no infighting. That's not us. The purpose of our show is to show that anything is possible, that family love should supersede any difference in ideology, that it's never too late to start your life, and that, we could all do with some internal cleaning.
Right. Absolutely. Are we going to see another season?
I'm legally not allowed to answer that
All
question.
right. Then legally, I'm not going to ask it. Okay. How do you think that modeling has changed?
I think the same way that clothing has, meaning And I don't like the word plus size model, which just annoys me because what's normal size? Who decided what normal size is? I would say we have many size models. And although they, that term is still used, hopefully one day we can change it.
Yeah.
And we just have multi-size models.
Okay.
Yeah. Because people want to see themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And we're trying not to send that message as much as possible that the only beauty is this. Beauty comes in so many shapes and so many sizes. And I mean, let's be honest, what's the most confident thing? And there's just so many articles about this, and men have been asked this question, blah, 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 blah. Confidence. That is the sexiest thing there is. So I think the fact that you see different body shapes on the runway, different ages on the runway. Ageism is a big thing in fashion, and I see it really going down. You see more older women on the runway, which I think is great. Older women look great nowadays. Like, you can really take good care of yourself. Your body, I mean, I've seen some of the bodies of, these famous 65-year-olds. I'm like, oh my God, they look incredible. Mm-hmm. Why shouldn't they dress that way, Mm-hmm. And so, of course, there's no people my size on the runway yet. 5 feet, you don't see that very often unless it's like a petite brand or something. But you never know. You never know what will happen. I just wish I could see everybody on a runway.
Really?
Wouldn't that be so cool?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you could, whoever you were, you could spot yourself on a runway and feel like part of it. I think that would be epically amazing.
Yeah, fashion can sometimes feel really inaccessible.
Yeah, to a lot of people, and it shouldn't, because fashion is about self-expression. It's about freedom. I get to choose what I put on my body, and that's not something we should take for granted.
Right. What excites you about fashion now, looking to the future?
I've invented something new. I can't talk about it yet, but I am crazy excited about it.
Okay.
I just have to wait until my divorce is finished.
Okay, so everything is pending on this.
Everything is pending, but I have a lot of plans, a lot of exciting new projects, and of course, Body by Julia.
Yeah.
I'll be able to focus on that and really explode it. I love to work. My favorite thing in the world is creating stuff. Seeing something that doesn't make sense to me and making something that does.
Solution.
All my products are very solution-based.
Right. Yeah.
I basically make the things that I think I'm missing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and so far it's worked. So it's been a good thing.
How are your kids doing?
Oh my gosh, they are my superheroes. I mean, I really don't have words. Everybody loves their kids. I always liked my kids and loved my kids, right? Meaning, I liked spending time with them. It wasn't I just loved them, but I enjoyed their company. Now I respect and admire them. Shlomo put his whole life on hold, moved into my house, worked with me literally every day, stopped everything else until I win. I mean, who does that? He was 25 years old when this thing started. Mm-hmm. The amount of courage, perseverance, every time I would get down, he'd be like, Ima, we're not getting down. Ima, the truth is going to come out. He was always there, always supportive, always helping. I would not have made it through without him. And Batsheva, I mean, she's like my spiritual guru. She somehow knows, even though she's in Miami. Now, she didn't move into Miami until she felt like I was copacetic and I was already starting to win things, and it was much better.
Yeah.
And she somehow knows when I'm feeling stressed. She'll call me. She's like, Ima, remember, the universe loves you. Anything is it's just... I could not have possibly received more support from human beings than I did from my kids. I am so freaking blessed.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're all successful in their own right as well.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Every one of them is doing extraordinary things.
Right. I think my favorite part in the show was when you talk about branding and how everybody can brand themselves through social media. It sounds like
Now it sounds so normal, but then people were still putting up bikini pics. I was like, guys, you are the media. What is the media? Whoever has the audience. Social media has the audience. It's the new scene. I mean, now, of course, I'm saying this and everyone's rolling their eyes. But, 6 years ago in 2019 when I was saying it, people weren't rolling their eyes. They were like, what? No, that's never going to be the thing. Magazines are always going to be around, billboards. I was like, no, I don't think so.
The legacy media is dying.
Legacy media is dying.
Why do you think I'm here doing a podcast?
Yeah, no, legacy media is dying. And I saw that in 2019. And, You know, I got a lot of pushback in the industry, and I was like, that's what I see. I'm sorry. It is coming. Why? You know, it always makes me think, like, fashion is supposed to be ever-changing and avant-garde, and yet the rules of the fashion industry are, like, so old and archaic, and it's so difficult to change anything. But change happens, you know? I always think when the first Model T Ford drove down the street in Manhattan, and there's all these blacksmiths, right? Because before the Model T, people rode in horses. And these blacksmiths see this smelly, loud contraption going down the street, and they're like, this is never going to be a thing. People are always going to ride horses. That's how it goes, baby.
Right? Who has been your biggest mentor?
Don't really have one.
Okay, you're your own mentor.
Yeah, well, it's just that, you know, I never thought of asking for help, and so I just did things on my own. I have great support system, great partners, but not really a mentor.
Okay.
Maybe just dead people who I've read about in books.
Yeah, who have been like women in history.
Exactly, like Cleopatra, who was like one of the most educated women in the world, Queen Elizabeth, as you could tell, women, Catherine the Great. I read their books probably 5-6 times each because they were such badasses, and more importantly, they refused to be put into any box. They took power when women did not have power, and that's epically cool.
Right. I think Roseanne Barr once said, "Nobody gives you power; you just take it."
Yeah, but you know, it's not what women are taught. Women are taught to wait their turn and be polite and not be bitchy or pushy, right? When a man forces his way into something, he's assertive. When a woman does it, she's pushy. And we got to change that. We got to change the language.
You're such a hardcore feminist.
I
I love it. That's what I love about you. Yeah, I mean...
Don't forget it. Don't get me wrong. I love men.
Yeah, me too.
I do. And I have great respect. One of them saved my life. Shlomo's a man, and he's one of the greatest humans I've ever met.
Yeah.
So this is not a men bashing thing. It's just
No.
that women have had it really hard for a very long time, and I do feel that it's our turn.
Right? Yeah. I mean, what do you have planned for next year?
All sorts of big projects, but just don't want to talk about them until after my divorce. I'd rather do and then say, as opposed to the other way around.
Yeah, absolutely. Are there any fashion brands you're excited about?
Mine.
Because you're going to expand it.
Yeah, I'm
beyond
expanding it, and I'm
shapewear.
also going to launch a shoe division, and I've got a bunch of plans, lots and lots of plans.
That's
So I miss
exciting.
making shoes. I'm going to start making shoes again. So the brand I'm going to focus on is my own.
Right? Wow. So taking a break from New York.
Yes.
I mean, is there anything you're going to miss about New York, or are you just ready to start a new chapter of your life?
I haven't lived out of New York in a really long time. I don't know what's going to be like. I've never lived in Miami. I don't know a lot of people in Miami. So it's like a true new adventure, you know? I'm walking into a new state, a new city. You know, every city has its own heartbeat, its own rhythm, its own feeling. And I'm just going to look forward to that adventure. I still love New York. I'm not saying New York is never going to be in my future. I just really need a change. I really need a change. I feel like I need sunshine and flowers and nothing that reminds me of the past.
Right? Yeah, sometimes you need to do that.
I think it's good for me. It's healthy.
Right. Has it been hard opening up your life to the public?
Kind of the same question as the My Unorthodox Life.
Yeah. But it was like also with your book.
Oh, wow. The book was extremely scary. I had nightmares, oh my gosh, for so long. I literally would wake up in a cold sweat. But again, I think it was the British Times called it radical honesty. And I think being honest, being able to tell the full story, showing all your bumps and bruises, that's also freedom. Knowing that I can tell my truth and not suffer horrible consequences because I'm going to get put in jail or kicked out of something, or meaning like there are countries where women can't speak their truth. We're just speaking, like in Afghanistan, you get to jail, right? So I see it as a freedom and an honor to tell my truth. And again, I think it changed a lot of people's lives. You know, I've gotten messages and letters from all over the world, and, you know, people stop me in the street. People tell me that they've read it more than once. It felt very cathartic to write it.
Right. Are you going to do another one? Would you?
Yeah, I will.
Really?
Yeah. Wait till this divorce is over, and then you have no idea. Like, there is just a lot of stuff that I can't talk about now.
Okay.
So I'm very excited to get it all out as
Okay.
soon as I can.
Okay. So it's just waiting on that one moment, and then the whole new chapter is going to restart.
Oh, I can't wait. It's going to be so. I am just getting started, baby.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And to think you only really started your brand, when you were like 45?
Well, I left my community when I was almost 43. So I've been in the outside world for, it's going to be 12 years. Wait, actually, it's 12 years now.
Wow.
12 years. I've been out of my community for 12 years. So I've done shoe brand, La Perla, Body by Julia, EWG, television show, and book. Yeah, in that time.
What's your favorite out of all of them in terms of job-wise?
Impossible. I just love everything I do. I don't do something that I'm not crazy about and passionate about because it's too hard otherwise.
Okay.
You know, like if I'm not in mad love, I can't do it.
So you really have to have a
I have
passion.
to, yeah, I have to. Like I always say, I don't want employees. I want believers. Like everything I do has a mission behind it, a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And I want the people who work for me to be part of that mission, part of that purpose. Every person who works for me in Body by Julia owns a piece of Body by Julia.
Mm-hmm.
To me, they're my partners,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
So it really has to be a shared vision.
It has to be a shared vision.
How do you create and then refine your vision as you go along?
Funny thing is, I've always known what I wanted. Like my
Mm.
visions are so, like sometimes, I know this sounds odd, but I have predicted pretty much every trend since I've left my community. So I can say this out loud. Like sometimes it feels like, you know, I'll wake up in the morning or I'll be in the shower and I can just see the future. Like I can see what's supposed to come next. And then it feels so real to me, as real as my pants or this chair. I see it as clearly as I see what's now. And so once I get that feeling, that vision, I just go for it.
Wow.
Shower. When I'm in a very like Zen state, wacky things come to me and I just go with them.
Okay, so you have a psychic gift.
No, it's not psychic. I think it's more trusting yourself to see what isn't there.
Wow. Based on industry knowledge?
Exactly, based on industry knowledge, and more than that, based on understanding of, well, I can't say women as a general, but I am a woman. And I lived amongst women for the first 43 years of my life. That was all I lived amongst. And so not only do I feel this huge kinship to them, but I feel like I have a certain understanding, and I kind of know what they want, you know, and so I'm going to go and give it to them.
How is your youngest son doing?
You know, he's in yeshiva in Israel,
Okay.
which does not make me happy, obviously, but we talk all the time,
Okay.
you know, every week. He's an amazing kid. He's a genius. I hope one day he'll rejoin the world.
Yeah, absolutely. Can I ask you, and you can say no,
Mhm.
what your dating life has been like in New York, like at post-divorce? Do you want to talk
Yeah,
about that?
no,
or
I don't mind. I have no filters.
Okay, thanks.
So for the first year and a half, I really had a lot of fun. Like, you know, I tend to date younger, and I generally do. Like even now, I date much younger and
How much younger are we talking?
early 30s.
Okay, yeah, that's a good age.
Yeah, I think so.
They still have energy.
I think so. And then I was reading this book by this Harvard professor. Wait, I'm actually, do I have my phone? I have to read this to you because I was
All
like,
right.
vindication, baby.
Bring it on.
Hold on a second. Thank you. I actually wrote it down when I saw it in her book, and I was like, I knew it.
Okay.
So it says, we recently conducted a study that looked into the question, if the life we live resembles that of a different age group, will we age like that group or be more similar to our own age cohorts, right? So this is a book by, it's called Counterclockwise, by this extraordinary woman. She's a Harvard professor, Ellen J. Langer.
Okay.
So she continues and says, we found that women who marry men much younger than they are live longer than average. Ta-da! I was like, yes, please. Thank you very much. Now I know I do.
That's the key to
Come on, that's an
anti-aging.
amazing thing.
Yeah.
So, no, I tend to date young guys because think of it. I've been working for 12 years. Guys in their 30s have been working for 12 years. We're in the same place. Like, and again, I don't want to make a generalization over men my age because I am 100% sure there's exceptions to this.
Yeah, of course.
However, most men my age have been working for 40 years. They're tired. They want to play golf. They want to do tennis. They want to travel and vacation. Like, that's not me. That's never going to be me. I'm going to die working on something exciting that I've created, you know? Like, I don't ever want to give up working. And so my energy matches that of like 30-year-olds. But it's funny because I would say 2022, 2023, 2024. For 3 years, I really had a lot of fun. I said a year and a half, but that's not actually accurate. I think it was more like 3 years. Oops.
It was double.
So like for 3 years, I really played around. I dated a lot of very young people, you know, in various fields of endeavor. We'll just leave it at that. And then since my birthday this year,
Which was in April?
April,
Yes.
wow, very impressive. Since
Aries.
my birthday, I just feel like I want something real.
Really?
You know, yeah. And I keep on making dates and then breaking dates, and then I just realize, like, you know what? I think my body is telling me finish the divorce, move to Miami, and then start dating again. Because I just, you know, as fun as it is, like, it just gets a little old. And so I'm never getting married again under any circumstance. I'm literally considering putting in my will a clause that if I ever contemplate marriage, that means I've lost my mind and my kids can take control of the finances. Like,
Wow.
that's how seriously I do not want to get married.
Yeah.
But I do want love. I want someone, you know, to be with for the rest of my life. I just don't need someone.
Yeah.
And I want someone to choose me every morning, not because they're legally required to be there.
Yeah, I think you don't need to get married anymore.
Oh, no, definitely. I don't want to get married. I don't need to get married. And I realized that April until now is the first time, really, since I left my community that I've been sans man. And it's great. I'm never lonely. I don't feel a lack. Like, you know, I'm just not ready to go back out. Like, I feel like I want to finish this. I want a clean slate. And then I can really, with an open heart, date.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's important to have a strong sense of self and then have the relationship.
Yeah. No, and it's
outside
also
of that.
nice to know that, like, I can go April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. We're in December, like 9 months. I've never done that before. And it's great. You know, I just feel good. Well, right now I have a cold, but generally I feel good.
Are you on Raya?
I am, obviously. Where do you think I get all my 30-year-olds and 28-year-olds?
Oh, it's younger than 32. Oh my God, you go younger than me.
Yeah,
That's
I mean, the
terrible.
youngest I've gone, I think, is like, well, only on one date, I think, was 22. But that was just really one date.
That was the one that we
On
saw
the TV show,
on
yeah.
the TV show.
He was the youngest. And then I learned from that, and so I generally try not to date anyone under 26. Like, I'd prefer 28 to 30, something.
Yeah.
Like, 28 to 37 is, like, great.
What do your kids think about it?
They're constantly setting me up with young people. They don't care.
Oh, great.
Why should they care? They just want me to be happy.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm dating their friends, you
No.
know. I have respect.
Yeah.
And they set me up. They really do.
That's nice.
They just want me to be happy.
Right.
And they totally get it. I have so much energy. Like, can you imagine me with someone who plays golf all day? It's just not going to happen.
Right.
Yeah.
You already did older.
I already did older. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Never going to do that again.
Done.
Yes.
Next.
Next.
Oh my
Next.
God. What do you think is going to be the future of apps?
Meaning?
Like, would you ever do one? Is there anything any
Oh.
apps that you love the most?
I mean, I
that
think, you
will be
know,
the future.
everything is going, I mean, I think we're going to get to quantum computing soon. I think there's going to be, I think we're headed towards the most wild and extraordinary inventions. I love the fact that now when you talk about energy, it's not a woo thing. There's actually machines like in UCLA and UCSD that can measure energy and map your energy. You know, the fact that we're all interconnected to one another is now a provable fact. And I just think the more advanced we become, the more we understand how the world really works, maybe we can stop hating on each other. If we can really understand how connected we are, maybe we'll all follow the religion of kindness, which would be epically cool. I think that, you know, apps, social media, all of that is here to stay. Some kind of symbiosis between humans and computers. I mean, I think the world is, anything is possible. If you can imagine it, you can create it. You know, and I do think that we're going into some very exciting times because I do think we're close to figuring out quantum computing, and that's going to change everything.
What about AI? Do you have faith in it? What are your thoughts on AI?
To me, it's the same thing as when the telephone was invented, and there was a bajillion articles, like in the New York Times, literally, what a danger the phone is. You can call women of an illicit nature. You can do this. AI, like the telephone, like the Model T, like the car, like any invention, is a tool. You know, when my daughter was, when she was like 6 and Shlomo was 3, I had gone out with my husband. We had a babysitter. And you know when your babysitter like runs out the door the minute you're there, you know, like, uh-oh. So I go upstairs to check on the kids. And Shlomo is sleeping, except this side of his hair is cut off. It's like half his hair is normal and the other half is gone. So I'm like, oh my gosh, Batsheva cut his hair off. And I go to Batsheva, who was not sleeping. I'm like, Batsheva, what did you do to your brother?
Yeah.
And she said to me, Ima, it wasn't me. It was the scissors. I told them, don't do it. I kept on saying, stop cutting Shlomo's hair, but they wouldn't listen. Now, you can say that at 6. You can't say that at 54 or at 25. It's a tool. It's in your hands. Use it wisely.
Okay. Absolutely. Okay. If you had to give us 5 business etiquette tips, what would they be?
Fuck etiquette.
Really? Really?
I think we've been imprisoned. Women, that word, I can't stand it. It's like proper or well-behaved. No. Use those words on men. What proper etiquette is there for men in the work field? I'd love to hear that.
Yeah.
I can say what things I think are important, 5 tips I can give to the business
Sure.
world. But etiquette,
You don't
forget
like that
about it.
word. Okay.
Stop worrying about being polite. Stop worrying about people accepting you, liking you. They're not. And the more successful you come, the more they're going to try to knock you down. Too bad. 5 tips. Tip 1, talk to yourself every single day. I know that sounds crazy, but our voice, when we say something out loud, we tend to believe it. A lot of advertisers used to use it. They would have, like, you know, Coca-Cola does make a short video. Because when you talk about something, you start believing in it. So there's going to be so many voices attacking you. Go every morning, look at yourself in the mirror, decide what you're doing that day, and tell yourself how awesome you are and that you're capable of anything. And, like, do a happy dance, whatever makes you happy. You know, that's number 1. Mm-hmm. Number 2, don't be afraid of mistakes. You are going to make mistakes. Learn from them. Move on. There is nothing that's not fixable, unless, God forbid, you kill somebody. Other than that, which you shouldn't be doing in business, other than that, everything is fixable. Number 3, I would say, is take risks. You can't succeed in anything if you stay in your comfort zone. The unknown is where all the magic happens. Don't get too much advice. People are going to tell you what they've done or what is done, not what could be done. And the last but not least is keep your vision in your mind every day. And if before you do an action, you say to yourself, is this going to get me closer to my vision or not? And if the answer is no, don't do it.
That's a great way to be successful, obviously. Mm-hmm. Thank you. But also to not waste time.
Yeah. And also just stay focused, to stay true to your faith in yourself and to your vision. You know, it's 4% of VC funding is going, I take care of that. It's actually gone down. It's now 2%
No.
of VC funding is going to women's, companies that women have started. That's insane. Let's prove to the VC world that investing in women is the best investment they can make. Because, by the way, those women brands that they had invested in, they're all double performing the male-owned brands. So, but in order for a woman to start a company, she's got to have balls of steel. She does.
Right. And like you said, the higher you go up, the more people are going to attack you and try and take you down.
Yeah.
How do you stay strong when that happens?
You have to love yourself on the inside. Like, it's all about being so whole in your inside that the outside can't destroy you. It can impact you, it can hurt you, it can put you in a bad mood every once in a while, but you can snap back out of it. You can meditate or do something that makes you happy. Take a walk. I don't care. But if you can develop an inner strength, an inner joy, then what's anyone going to do to you?
Nothing. You're going to be sitting by the beach in Miami, surrounded by palm trees.
I'm not a big beach person, but yes, I'm definitely going to be, I don't know about sitting, I'm running around in Miami, but very excitedly running around in Miami.
Right?
Yes.
So that's what's next for you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
It's such a pleasure.
Great
it's
to
such
see you.
a privilege.
And happy birthday. I'm sorry I missed your birthday.
Thank you. And we will catch up next time.
Definitely.
Thank you.